everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy and I'm a full-time reseller. On today's video, I do have a Goodwill outlet slash BINS haul for you. If you are new to the channel, I do live in Wisconsin, so this is for the Appleton Goodwill bins. Before I get into everything, I did just want to say hi again. I did meet one of my subscribers at the bins. That was very surprising to me. I guess I just wasn't aware that there were too many people in kind of my area that follow me on YouTube, so that was great. So thank you for coming and saying hi. Okay, so getting into the numbers, I have not counted anything. I will put on the screen here what my average cost of goods were for this trip, and then I will kind of let you know what I'm doing with things. If you're new to the channel, I am someone that does sell to Plato's Closet, and I am starting a booth rental in a consignment type shop, so some of that will be going there. I did pick up 2 pieces of glass. One was a mug. I'll have to put the pictures here because they are upstairs. I need to wash them. One is a mug that we're going to keep for personal use, and then another one is a little dish that I will be selling. Like I said, the photos will be there. So that was 75 cents per pound for glass. And then Hardgoods, I believe it was $1.59 if it was under 25 pounds or under 50 pounds. I can't remember which one it was. And then it would be cheaper once you hit that mark. So I had 22.5 pounds of hard goods and clothing. I did have some books in here. That one I think you're supposed to take out, and it's like 50 cents or $1 a piece. I just put it in my bag. So my total for everything, I did round up, was $40. I don't really have anything sorted. This is literally just in the bag that I had it in. So it is going to be a little bit chaotic on what I'm pulling out. So the first thing that I did find was this Hello Kitty, but it's also branded NFL for the Minnesota Vikings. I've never seen that before. I mean, Hello Kitty's everywhere, so it makes sense. But I thought this was a good pickup. Hello Kitty normally does well anyway. And I mean, it wasn't very heavy. Next up is this vintage Winnie the Pooh little kid's backpack. All the straps are still good. The zipper still works, so I think this will be great. It does need to get washed, I think, a little bit. This is one of the finds of the day. If you are not familiar with this brand, Gorin Brothers, or just Gorin, their hats go for quite a bit. I found one that had a donkey on it, and I think it was some sort of insinuation of like jackass for the hat. That I think I sold for like $30 or $40. And then I did get that other, what was it? It wasn't like a newsboy cap, but it was some sort of leather, kind of like 70s looking style hat, and that sold for $40. So this one has a good graphic on it, freedom with the bald eagle. The bill still seems good on it. Typical trucker hat, just needs to get washed. I'm not a huge person that picks up kids' clothing. Very rarely do I anymore. But with the upcoming season, I thought I would give this a try. It is Tahari Baby. This is for 6 to 9 months. But this was just too cute. It's a little Christmas dress. Very vintage looking. Next up is Work Sport. I don't know where this is sold. If I had to guess, it'd be like Fleet Farm or something like that. I did pick this up just because it is new tags. It's pearl snap. It's women's extra large. So I think this will be perfect for the upcoming season. This is a Minnesota hat. I liked the graphic on it and the fade that was on it. This is a vintage piece, Mr. Noah. Don't know the brand, size large, but it's this really cute cropped sweater with this little detail here on the shoulders and then on the pockets. It does have shoulder pads. I know not everybody's into that, but they are very easy to remove. If somebody doesn't want them, you can just cut these right out. This I haven't decided if I wanted to keep or not, and I need to look at how old it is. I'm not sure if it's newer or older, but it is an incense burner and holder. But I really like this gold detail here. And there actually is some incense in here. You just put it in this little hole, and then this catches the ash. So there are a couple pieces in here that I do need to exchange buttons or put buttons on. This one, unfortunately, is missing this one. So I'm going to have to remove this one and then find 2 black buttons that match. But this was really cute. It's a brown, do you call them jumpers if they're like an overall dress? Is that right? Or is a jumper have legs. I can never remember that. So anyways, it has this like corduroy feel almost to it in this floral print. Pretty witchy, kind of whimsy goth. If this would fit me, I'd maybe wear this, but I don't think it would. This next one is for the booth. It is just the brand Lush. I'm not sure where that's sold. If I had to guess, like Buckle, maybe? I did pick this up based on the print and the colorway. I think that this is very appropriate for the fall season. This one is also for the booth. It is just Lauren Conrad, but this is so lightweight. I'll probably only mark it in the booth for like $8 or $9. Really pretty print to it. Next up is Christopher & Banks, just a size medium. I did not pick it up for the brand. I picked it up for the print. It has this all over pumpkin print on it. This is one that all of the vintage bros just passed up on and were throwing stuff out of the way. It is a Vintage Fashion Bug, and this is very fairy core, grunge, Y2K with this like reddish green tie-dye, but then it has this lace up in the front. This one has a couple stains, but I think I can get them out. It is older Abercrombie & Fitch. I don't do great with this brand, but I thought I would give it a try. Size small. The BINS were not giving much to them this day, so I was kind of getting a little bit desperate. But it is just a zip front, almost like a, not a bomber jacket, but similar, and it does have that little emblem there on the pocket. This is one of those, I can't remember what they're called, but you can put a little potted plant in there and then hang it. This was a style-based pickup. They had this for $4.28. I don't even know where this tag is from. It doesn't look like a Goodwill tag. And there's no sizing or anything in here, which is unfortunate. And then this is the one where I need to put buttons on. For whichever reason, someone removed all of the buttons. Anyway, picked it up based on the style. It's very cottagecore. It has these floral, like embroidered details with this lace, or with this ribbon that's kind of going in and out of the whole sweater. So I'll need to do buttons on that. That's fairly easy. This one is another style-based one, Teddy, size petite medium. Just another floral, pastel, very cottagecore sweater. This one's going to Plato's Closet. It is H&M slim fit, like a waffle knit Henley style cream top. This one is also going to Plato's Closet. It is the brand Lucky Brand, but they love these type of graphic tees. It's kind of like a rip-off Harley shirt. This one is also going to go in the booth. It's just the brand A Love Story. It has a TJ Maxx or a Ross tag on it. I'll take that off. But it's smocked in the chest area and then kind of flutters out at the bottom. Just a really pretty, like, dark romantic floral print. This is also going to go to Plato's. We'll see if they take it. They love Shein. This is new with tags. And it's this really kind of crazy, like, marble tie-dye print, but it's a flare pull-on. Very kind of like 70s disco. So we'll see if they take that. This I'm going to have to try and find, like, who makes it. I'm assuming it's some sort of Shein type situation, but I do like the look of it. It has all of these little, like, velvet floral all over it on this mesh, like, super deep V. So this, you'd have to obviously wear something underneath this, but I feel like the style is good enough for me to try and sell. I have sold something similar to this in the past. Like I said, I need to see where it came from, and if anything, I will put on there. If something feels like pretty cheap, I put in the description that it is comparable to costume material, so people kind of understand, like, okay, this is what I'm getting. So we'll see on that one. So next I have some vintage Tupperware. I'm not a huge person on vintage Tupperware just because there is quite a bit of it out there. But if I find it at the bins, I will get it if it's in good condition. These two I do have the lids for. And then these two I also have the lids for. They are the same, but just a little bit smaller. And then I did find just lids. So I know that some people are just looking for replacement lids on their Tupperware, so these I will put up for fairly cheap. There was a whole bin filled with belts and scarves and stuff that no one was really paying attention to. This is a fossil belt. I do pretty well with these. It definitely kind of has a Western vibe to it with these eyelets cut out. It is real leather. Did it have a size? No, that looks like... Oh yeah, a size small. So I got a bunch of these. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. They do look old to me, so I'll have to do a little bit of digging, but they all are Christmas looking ones. And then I found a little Santa with Mrs. Claus. This one, here's a little snowman. These are little coasters with different Christmas things on them. And then these are all little stockings. So I need to look into, like, if they're worth anything. I would assume something. If they aren't really, I will put them all in one big lot. Otherwise, I'll put them in smaller lots. Probably like these two will probably go together. The bigger ones will go together. I do have this one as well. This one's really cute. It actually is the coasters, but then it has its own little holder. So these are little Christmas trees. But this kind of stuff is things where it's so lightweight that I just pick it up and I hate to know that it's going in the trash. So I do try and get new life to these. These were the books that I picked up. I don't know like hardly anything about anime. I did just see these sitting there and at first I thought, oh, somebody probably already looked them up. Comps looked okay, some were a little bit better than others. This one is called All You Need Is Kill. And this one is, like, it's a full, like, comic book, but bigger. And then this was the last one. This must be, like, a show or something because it says DreamWorks. And this one is colored. This is actually a re-webbing kit for those older outside chairs that I believe they're still popular. I know in the last couple years I've seen resellers talk about them. They do get damaged fairly easily because they are quite old, but this would fix one. This I picked up. I don't know much about it. It just appears to be fairly old to me. This was another thing that I kind of wanted to save. So I need to do a little bit more digging into this. This is a doll, but I don't know if you can see its eyes like open and close. So I gotta look into this. This is a game from 1986 from Milton Bradley High Q. Let me open it. Those peg games where you take the middle one out and then you have to keep like going over it and trying to get down to 0. Comps looked okay. Once again, this is something that was very lightweight. It's easy to store and it's from the 80s, so I thought I would give this one a shot. And I got a couple more hats. This one is from Cuba Vera, maybe. It's 100% straw, size medium, men's hat. Pretty interesting. This, if I can get the stains out, I did see some promising comps on this. This is older Banana Republic. I don't know if you can see that logo there. And this was actually made in France. So I did see some good comps, so hopefully I can get those stains out. It is a little bit smaller. It is a size small. And then the last item, this was actually the very first thing I found at the bins. This is older. It's from 1999. It is a zip front. The jacket does zip. It's like that two-toned, kind of like almost denim looking jacket, but the back patch is awesome. World's Country Western Dance Championships, San Antonio, Texas, 1999. So this I picked up based on style. I think it's pretty cool. It has more of a relaxed fit to it. So like I said, the bins were not great that day. There is quite a bit of competition there with resellers, mainly the vintage guys. I am not somebody that jumps into the new bins. I'm not about that. I will wait until people move out of the way and then I will look. From what I've noticed in the past when I do go to this location, they are mainly focused on like menswear, not so much women's. So I can normally come back and find those other brands that they don't know anything about. So I'm not sure when my mom and I will go back to this location. I was telling her that the bins that I have in town that is like probably 2 miles away from my house, I am finding better inventory, but that is only clothing. I don't get to find the hard goods and some other stuff that they wouldn't have. So if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!